Hi, and welcome back to Procurement 4.0. In today's video, we are going to see how you can manage and influence your day-to-day meetings. Let's crack on. Before sessions, there are a couple of things you need to prepare. One of them is you need to understand what the sessions is aiming to do. Is it brainstorming? Is it to take a decision? You also need to understand which stakeholders need to be in the sessions. You might also want to send some pre-read, so then stakeholders being on the call will know what they have to do or what the discussion is going to be about. And obviously, you also need to send that invitation. Try to find a time that works for most stakeholders. So here you are. You are ready to join the face-to-face session or the Teams one. In terms of getting started, you need to do an introduction where you repeat what the objective is going to be about. So let's say if it's for a sign-off, you have to say it in the introductions, saying, "Hello everyone, in today's sessions, we are aiming to have a sign-off on this procurement project, for instance." Then you repeat the agenda. So you say, like, for instance, the first point is about the context. So you could do the context yourself about that procurement process, for instance, but you could also ask stakeholders to provide their input. And then you go, I will say, point by point, making sure you cover everything you need in order to have that sign-off. One point to be aware of is that you might deal with difficult stakeholders. Not everyone might agree with your perspective. So one of the things you could do to avoid that is to have a prep meeting with a difficult stakeholder and trying to understand why they are being difficult. If you haven't done that prep meeting, that's fine as well. Just make sure that during the session, everyone has the time to share their thought. It could be the difficult stakeholder who is complaining every time, but don't forget the silent person in the call and ask them directly. So for instance, Claire hasn't spoken during the session, ask Claire about their feedback. So for instance, "Claire, what do you think of X, Y, and Z?" And then at the end of the sessions, hopefully you get a decision. If not, you will have to have a follow-up meeting. But if you got that decisions, or if it was a brainstorming sessions, make sure you know what the next steps are and put ownership and deadline. So for instance, on your procurement process, someone might have said, "Oh, I need more financial data to take a decision." So you might then want to have a follow-up meeting, but also for you to check with the finance team, or for one of your colleagues to check with one of the finance team in terms of what's the key questions around the financial point that was raised by that stakeholder. So really make sure you have, I will say, these different ownership and follow-up in place. Once the meeting is over, there are still elements you can do to make sure that what you say during the meeting is going to be recorded, that any follow-up action is going to be taken. So one of the things I like doing is that, like, sometimes recording sessions, and then I can write minutes and then post a message. So let's say I have had a Teams meeting, I record the sessions, I put it in ChatGPT, so then I do have the minutes, then I can write a short summary, so then I post it in that Teams chat, so then everyone knows what had happened during the session. So if there are any misunderstanding, misalignment, at least I can quote this misalignment as soon as possible. Then the second point is that you have to follow up. It's boring and you will expect people to do their jobs as said during the sessions, but people tend to be really busy. So follow up with the person. If, for instance, Jack hasn't done the action he should have done in a week time, then send a message. Be super polite, but really keep following up with people, so then you make sure that your project, whatever it is you need to achieve, is done on time.